Well, I think the first thing that stands out is Taylor Turner. I mean, she's had a very, very good career here. Probably won't forget, we can talk about her pitching her freshman, sophomore year, how lights out she was, and won a bunch of big games, and her all-region and all-conference. But the thing I remember about Taylor is her freshman year, the first conference tournament that we hosted, which was the first one we won in a while. Her hitting, I think, the go-ahead home run, 3-run home run, and there's a picture we have hanging up in the locker room, her coming around third and throwing the fist pump and that kind of thing, and that kind of started her off at her career, and she's had a good one. Casey Meeks, she hadn't had, probably the amount of bats or that she would probably like, but her first 2 or 3 years she really was behind Casey Googe and Nina Rubio, who were both very good catchers. But the thing Meeks always has brought, probably is the best catcher I ever had as far as game management with pitchers. Has a very, very, very intelligent behind the plate and does a lot calling the pitches and different things like that. And K-Car is kind of, K-Car was kind of opposite of Taylor a little bit. Her freshman year, she played sparingly and pitched sparingly, and her sophomore year is really when she broke out, and she broke out down in Clearwater, Florida, hit 2 home runs. The first game I started as a designated player, and then she's continued to hit for 3 years, and she's a kind of a closer, and that's where we've used her at most of the time. And she's come in and shut some people down. And last year in the conference tournament, she came in and got the final out against Aiken, which was huge. And Lindsay, Lindsay's only been here 2 years, so she hadn't had that 4 years to gain a lot of stuff. But and I always say this until something like last year happens again. Lindsay in the semifinals of the Peach Belt tournament threw 218 pitches and got out of bases loaded, no out jams, I think, in the 6th, 7th, and 8th inning or something like that. 3 in a row, or 3 out of the last 4 innings was bases loaded, no outs, and she pitched out of it. That's probably, to me, the greatest game that I've ever coached in, probably the greatest game in CSU history, the way the whole thing went down. And Lindsay literally put everybody on her shoulders and pitched to us and got that win. I think she also hit a couple home runs that weekend and became the MVP of the tournament. So, that's a really, those are on the field, probably the moments for each of them that stands out for me. But the really the most important part of it is all those kids are going to graduate and they're going to leave here with a degree and be successful in whatever they do, and they've always represented us off the field and with community service, being a class act, and they're just great people. And anytime you lose great people, it hurts, but you're glad to see great people come through for 4 in 2 years, and I think it shows that we got the right people, and it's good for the program.